Welcome back to another Worthless Mutt. If you are new here, this is a show, channel, whatever you want to call it, is where we give our insight and perspective of things in the dog culture that isn't normally spoke about. Because in dog culture, everyone only knows just one aspect of dogs, and that is that. There are so much negativity regarding dogs and their dog culture that never, sees the light of day. No one knows much about it. There may be some people that know about it, but we're talking about like a mass population of people. All they know is dogs are man's best friend. That's what they know, based on the cartoons and the movies that have manipulated them. That's all they know. But there's a very dark side to dog culture, where people are getting killed by man's best friend. The owners are just very rude, disrespectful. They're entitled. Dogs in general have, they have diseases. They make people sick. There have been stories of dogs, licking their owners, or where they had to amputate their limbs or other body parts. Dogs annoy us, and they're attacking babies and killing babies for something to be killing 1-month-old babies and still be worshipped as perfect and innocent and as, not the problem. That's why we need more people speaking out against these worthless mutts and this dog culture. Because enough is enough already. And the other thing with this dog culture, it is the lies and the excuses and this horrible information that they give out. One example of horrible information that they will give out is if you're being attacked by a dog, they want you to stand like a tree. So as a dog is attacking you, they say stand like a tree. So when a dog is actually biting you, they want you to stand like a tree. Don't move when the dog is attacking you. That is the advice that dog lovers are giving, or dog experts are giving to you people and your children. That's what they're giving. But you have no one, not enough people calling them out on this rubbish that they spew out every day. And the rubbish that they spew out every day is getting people killed. That's not good. That's not a good thing. But anyway, this is Dogs Owning Its Owners Part 2. When dogs attack their owners. We're going to continue where we left off with a few more things regarding these dogs that have attacked or killed their owners, or even their owners' children. Still a long ways to go, but we're going to go to Broward. I'm not sure where that is, Broward. And we're going to hear what they have to say. Hopefully I'm not lagging this time and all sounds
Developing now good. A deadly attack at a dog rescue in Oakland Park. 2 women were rushed to the hospital where sadly one of them has died. Local 10's Christina Vasquez is live with what she's learned. Christina.
And throughout the last couple of hours, the people I have spoken with who know the owners of this dog rescue and the victims in this case say what happened this morning is absolutely devastating.
It's so devastating that these people, this is not the first time things like this have happened, that they're pretty much selling these owners their death by giving them these worthless, dangerous dogs. Many of these dog shelters, or whatever you want to call it, wherever they get these dogs, they're going to lie. At the end of the day, it is a business. It is a business, and this business helps feed other businesses, and it works in this cycle. But this business is a dog shelter. Their job is to sell dogs. They don't care if a dog is defective or not. They want to sell dogs to these gullible, naive people. They don't care of who's going to die and who will die or not. If this dog has never killed anyone yet, they don't care. They're going to just send the dog out to anyone. Whether you have babies or children, they don't care about that. They just say, hey, you want this dog? They take it. Give you the money and boom. But we have these recurring so-called incidents that happen nearly every time when these dog nutters decide to retrieve a so-called rescue or any dog from these shelters.
The sorrow of this morning's incident felt in viewing this embrace, in this pained expression, and the moment people who dedicate their lives to helping nurture abused and abandoned dogs back to health learn of the tragic incident.
I'm really very, very upset about this.
Linda DeCurcio says she's a former volunteer at 100-plus abandoned dogs of Everglades, Florida, and described a shock that almost felt too intense to bear after learning from BSO that a dog at the nonprofit's Oakland Park facility bit 2 women this morning, hurting one, the other dying at the hospital.
The 2 adult females are workers. And
we did the first part talk about the lady who had nearly had her arm chewed off by a dog. She was awarded some millions of dollars. And here we have something very similar to this case, where we have another volunteer dog nut who we would say means well for these dogs, that loves dogs, that wants to see dogs, prosper, giving up her time and her safety to help these worthless mutts. And yet again, the way dogs, show their gratitude is by attacking the hands that feed them. These are the dogs that dog culture, the media in general, are going to worship. Even in videos like this, they're not going to demonize dogs. They're not going to demonize the shelter. They're not going to demonize dog culture. They're just going to talk about this little snippet, 2-minute snippet, act like they care, but they're not going to talk about the actual problem here. They're basically, again, speaking nonsense here. It's like they're paddling uphill a stream, a waterfall. It does nothing. But anyway, it's always good to hear these stories.
And one of them was working with the dog when apparently the dog suddenly snapped. The second adult female tried to aid that first worker, and in the process, she herself got injured.
In August, Local 10 spoke with the rescue group's owner, Amy Roman, about her work rehabilitating Liam here, a malnourished pit bull found by a BSO deputy.
There he is.
See? I'm not sure if this was the actual dog, but just going back for a second, they will find, especially bully breeds, in a state like this. This is the perfect state for them. You know why this is the perfect state for them? Because they have no energy. They have low energy. They're hurt, whatever. They're sick, whatever. That's good. That means they're less likely going to attack you. But then you're going to do something so stupid by feeding the thing, giving it energy so it can attack you. And look, we're talking and discussing probably I'm guessing it's probably going to be the same dog that they helped nourish back to so-called good health, that decided to kill and attack the people that are trying to help it. And these are the so-called animals that dog culture wants to call, friendly and good dogs and nice and all that crap. But anyways.
Work rehabilitating Liam here, a malnourished pit bull found by a BSO deputy.
There he is.
Caring for neglected dogs is her life's work. Today, we were there as Amy rushed to the scene. Earlier, she told Local 10 the dog behind this morning's attack is a mixed breed named Gladys, rescued just a few weeks ago.
Sweet Gladys.
No, unless it wasn't the same dog, but, there are like countless stories of this where these so-called dog nutters, find these abandoned weak dogs out about, and they decide to feed it. And with doing so, you're pretty much, you know, wanting or warranting someone's demise. You know, it's like, is that saying is that a saying? Good deeds gone wrong. You're doing a good deed, but it's gonna go horribly wrong in the end.
She was a sweet dog. She was a big dog, but she was a sweetie. They take such great care of these dogs. They're wonderful with these dogs. And how something like this could happen, it's unbelievable.
Expressing absolute disbelief. Now, just a short time ago, 100 plus abandoned dogs of Everglades, Florida posted to Facebook that their hearts are broken, they say, for their dear friend who lost her life today. They could go on to say the deepest condolences to her family and friends, that they are grieving, and quote, ask for you to please give us time to process this.
And, you know, this is fine and dandy. Give out your condolences and respects to the victims. But honestly, I'm going to sound like the bad guy here, but it is what it is. But these people deliberately put themselves in danger. These are adults with functioning brains who are very intelligent people. They're choosing to put themselves in a place that is highly dangerous. It's funny how in other places you work, whether it's construction, you know, you're those guys that clean buildings up high and high-rise buildings and various jobs, you know, they'll have these safety precautions. They'll have like so much safety precautions and proactive procedures, etc. And they make it like, you know, you have to follow this. If you don't follow it, you're gone. Like, they make sure safety is priority. They always say that in some places. Safety. And basically it's all about safety. Have this, have, you know, your PPE, have all these things with you. But in dog shelters, in kennels, I don't think there is any kind of regulation or rules of having any kind of precaution in case you get attacked. These dog nuts are going into these shelters without a weapon, without any kind of protection. They're going in bare skin with short sleeves, maybe shorts, skirts, whatever. Nothing. They have nothing. That's what they're going in with. They might have a stick. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure they don't have like an actual firearm. I'm pretty sure they don't have an actual protection suit to go to do this job. They just go in the way they are. They come in flip-flops. They're probably working in flip-flops. And there's no regulate. I don't know. Again, I'm not 100% sure. Maybe there is for some places, but from the looks of it, of people getting attacked by these things, it doesn't seem like there's any kind of PPE used during for these volunteers. They just go in. It's not the first time another person has been attacked or killed by a dog at a shelter. Not the first time. But yet, what do these dog nuts do? Hey, let's do it again. Just go in the way you are. Just do it again. And I guess that's something I have to look at in these shelters. Like, how do they wear like any personal protective equipment? Do they wear any, you know, bodyguards? Do they have to wear shoes? Do they wear steel toe? Do they have weapons? These are things that we should know about. And if they don't have these things, then it's just reckless. It is reckless. It says, in terms of I said good deed gone wrong. I'm not sure if that was a real quote, but I see the phrase no good deed goes unpunished is a sardonic commentary on the frequency with the acts of kindness backfire on those who offer them. In other words, for those who help others are doomed to suffer as a result of their helpfulness. Can you guys see that on the screen? And what does this remind you of? This reminds us of this dog culture. Of these people, like this person, helping out this rescue dog. Her kindness. She meant very well. Look at her. She's happy. She's happy. She's all happy. And so she's being kind. She's feeding them. But her good deeds towards the dogs were punished. Let's hear what they have to say.
Robin Conway loved animals and was committed to the cause of rescuing them when the unthinkable happened.
My wife's attacked by a dog.
Your wife was attacked by a dog?
Robin's husband would tell authorities he found the dog standing on his wife's body in their backyard, and an autopsy concluded she died due to multiple injuries from the dog. A death so tragic, it touched those who didn't even know Robin and were not involved in the rescue of the dog who killed her, including dog trainer Joy Friedman.
I think it's just a terrible situation all the way around.
And they always seek out other dog nuts for their pointless blabble, where they're not really going to offer anything to the situation. All they're going to do is blabber and, kind of insert worship towards dogs and say, don't do this, you should do this, always look for warning signs. Let's see what she's going to say.
Pitbull advocate and owner Paul DeSantis.
It's always sort of a heart-sinking kind of news.
The dog Robin fostered for just 2 weeks was a 3-year-old pit bull terrier named Snowball, who came from Logan County, West Virginia. The I-Team requested all...
She got this dog to foster. What can go wrong? What can go horribly wrong?
All public documents related to him, but few seem to exist. What there is indicates he was surrendered to the Logan County Dog Pound on July 13th. The dog's owner certifies the animal has not bitten any human within the last 14 days, but there is no further...
See, that's a death sentence right there. Dog has not bitten anyone in 14 days. So that means the dog is all good. They do these, meaningless observations, and it still gets people killed. If it's still getting people killed, maybe we should stop using this to say that, hey, this dog is safe to own. 14 days, no attack. Okay, let's give it out to this old lady. Let's see what's going to happen.
Further explanation about the animal's history or behavior. In August, a West Virginia rescue group called the Paws Squad launched a campaign to save Snowball. In a Facebook post, the dog appears friendly, and a rescuer describes him as living on borrowed time.
See, I've stated this many times. So dogs will behave like this. You'll see pictures of dogs, videos of dogs just sitting there. They just call this dog friendly. People will call dogs in pictures when they're sitting there friendly, good dog, and all. They'll worship the dog because it's not attacking. But yet it will still attack and kill. So them doing this, whatever they're doing, looking happy and friendly, not biting for 14 days, is meaningless. Meaningless. We've shown records of many people, experts, victims saying the dog did not show any warning signs. The dog was never aggressive. The dog just suddenly attacked. If someone like this is suddenly going to attack without any warning signs, no aggression history, no bite history, looking friendly once and attacking, why even own these things? Why do we continue to push something like this that can go from so-called friendly to killing you, to killing the hands that feed them, for killing someone that wants to do well for them. But then we're going to sit and worship these things as if they didn't mean it. It was an accident. Not the dog's fault. How many more times will we say it's not the dog's fault after someone else is killed, after someone else who means well to dogs is mauled and killed?
Time. Given up twice, she says, and formally named Bullet. 5 days later, Snowball appears on the Instagram page of the Ray of Hope Dog Rescue of Howard County, sitting on Robin Conway's lap. Ray of Hope thanks the Paw Squad of West Virginia, adding Snowball had been days away from being euthanized. Just over a week later, according to a Howard County police report from Robin's death, the dog was involved in a fight with Robin's other dog, who had to receive stitches to suture a wound.
Wow.
Robin, according to a family member, began conducting what is called a shutdown.
All the way down? Stay?
Trainer Joy Friedman says it is a practice of reducing extraneous stimuli for a new pet in an effort to help it adjust.
Tells me that she was doing everything right.
Dude, this looks like... What is this? This looks like dominance. Is this really a pet? Or you can just command it to do whatever you want it to do? Is this really a pet, or is this like some kind of slave? But again, we're talking about bully breeds here, but she brings something that is obviously not a bully breed. Trying to show off. Trying to show off to the people, hey, yeah, I'm a good trainer. Look at this. Look what I can do. Look what I can do. Kind of mocking the victims. I got this. I can train dogs. Look, all I have to do is point, and this dog does what I say to do. Again, they're bringing. Why are these people even on screen? Like, what are they bringing to the table here? She's seen her. We just seen her for like maybe 2 seconds. Said nothing. Then come here now. She's just showing off her worthless might, showing off her so-called, magic with these dogs. But anyways,
for a new pet, in an effort to help it adjust.
Tells me that she was doing everything right, and that for whatever reason, the dog reacted in some way, and it ended up in this tragic, horrific situation.
The West Virginia.
Really? Let's hear what she just said. What did she just say? Let's hear what she just said.
Tells me that she was doing everything right, and
she was doing everything right.
That for whatever reason, the dog reacted in some way. And
she did everything right, and the dog reacted in some way. What she wants to say, the dog decided to attack her and kill her. You do everything right, show your kindness, give it a loving forever home, and the dog reacts in some way.
And it ended up in this tragic, horrific situation.
The West Virginia Rescue Group, who saved Snowball from
What's the point of having her here? Like, anyone could have said, any dog nutter could have said what she said. What was the point of having her? What's the point?
Pound and even raise money for vet bills, did not respond to our request for comment. So we don't know what, if any, type of behavior assessment they performed on him.
Okay, again, the assessments are worthless. These assessments, observations, whatever they do, the tests, they're all worthless. Worthless. We just seen this thing. Look, this is the same dog that mauled her. Same dog that mauled her.
And
does this look like a dog that's going to maul her?
Borrowed time.
Any dog not looking at this would think the dog would never maul anyone. But guess what? It did. So these observations of these dogs, these tests of these dogs are worthless. Worthless.
We spoke with Baltimore Humane Society Executive Director Christine DeCourse, though her organization was not involved in the rescue or foster of Robin's dog.
It is very difficult
Then what are we talking about? Why are we talking to her? Why are we talking to her? She knew nothing. She knew nothing about this dog. She's obviously not speaking against these dogs. So why are we talking to her? She's not bringing anything that we need to the table here. All this is rubbish. All is this to keep spreading your dog propaganda. Someone just lost their lives because they were reckless. And excuse my language, but she was also idiotic for having these dogs in her care. And she paid the price. I'm sorry, she paid the price. She had the choice of not owning these things and decided to do that. But these dogmas that they choose are just pointless of having them here. Why are they here in the first place? They're not saying anything. Let's see the nonsense that this person's gonna speak.
really to really come up with any kind of evaluation and say, okay, well, if you would have done this evaluation, it would have prevented this from happening. Because quite frankly, there isn't anything out there like that today.
Exactly, because these dogs they're not man's best friend. These dog owners do not understand dogs. Like dogs are like, they're going to attack you. They know that's all they do. But it's just like you don't know when it's going to happen. And dogs will do certain things one day and you're going to think it's this. They're going to put these labels on dogs. These lies, excuses on dogs for anything they do. To justify, hey, the dog's happy, dog's friendly. But then when the dog attacks and kills someone, they don't put the dog as evil, the dog is mean. They don't do that. But they'll put all these other characteristics on the dogs when, before, or even maybe after they have attacked. See, and look how she's holding the leash. Just by this picture alone, look how she's holding it. This was foreshadowing her demise. You don't have to hold something like this to get it to be in control. You don't have to do it for cats or rabbits. Not for birds. Especially those big birds. You just put them on your finger. That's it. That's all they gotta do, and they look pretty. But this person has to use 2 hands on the leash to hold this thing steady and straight. Why not just 1 hand? And we've seen a lot of pit nutters do this. Big grown men too. Grown women. These tough pit bull nutters having to hold their pit bull with 2 hands, like their leash with 2 hands like this, while they're still struggling. You know she's struggling. This was foreshadowing her demise. But as dim-witted and blind and ignorant as these dog nuts and pit nuts are, they chose to ignore it. And their ignorance, once again, got someone else
Death
killed.
of Robin Conway has renewed the polarizing debate over pit bulls. Paul DeSantis has owned a number of them, including Harriet, a loving dog rescued from the dog fighting ring of Michael Vick.
You put yourself in a position to succeed.
Okay, many of these people have done the same thing. Some attack, many do attack. What's your point? We're just talking about someone that also is saving a dog. Showed it kindness and all that, but yet was attacked. We've seen grown men foster and rescue dogs. They're attacked. So this guy here is acting as if like he's the alpha. He's the tough guy because he can tame these worthless mutts. He's the lucky guy. He gets to mock the victims. Hey, I can train them. You can't. They always bring these people and they're not adding anything.
See with these animals, and I think that's what we all have to try to do.
By all accounts, it is what Robin Conway was trying to do. And from what we have learned, she would not want her death to jeopardize future adoptions, especially of pit bulls.
Did
In
you
a
notice
statement, the
something?
Ray of Hope
With these kennels, it's my little observation. You notice how the cages are sealed up to the top. Why do they do that? Why would they seal these cages to the top? It's because these things have the ability to climb these tall cages and escape. That's why these things are sealed to the top. For something that is, misunderstood and friendly and loving and all this, why would they need to contain it like it's some kind of monster? They contained it shut like it's some kind of monster. They even have a lock here. I think some of them have locks. So they're putting them in cages like they're a monster. Why is this one so far away from these ones? What is it barking at? Why is it barking out like that? What is it like? What is it? Why? See, again, at the end of the day, they know that these things can escape these things. They know that they're monsters. They know that they're just dangerous. But they act as if, they pretend that these things are friendly and they will never hurt people and all that nonsense. But yet we're still talking about people that have been killed by these dogs. We're gonna do this one. We're gonna take a look at this one after, but we're gonna look at this one first. This is Inside Edition. I'm not gonna show the video. We're just gonna play the audio. See how that goes. I'm just afraid they're gonna copy strike me if you see the video. I don't know why, but I just feel like they are. It's just my instincts. Trying to not play the music.
4 days ago, and he killed her.
The dog attacked your wife?
Yes.
Are you with her right now?
Yes, she's dead. Hell of blood everywhere, man.
58-year-old Susan Sweeney was attacked by the rescue dog she and her husband Patrick had just adopted from a Las Vegas animal shelter.
What kind of animal is it?
It's a Mastiff.
Where's the animal now?
I just took him out back in the backyard.
Avoid further contact with the animal, okay?
I did. The door shut. He's out back.
The 911 operator hopes there may be a chance of saving Susan.
Let's try to help her. Listen carefully. Lay her flat on her back and remove any pillows.
She's chewed out, bud.
Do you think she's beyond help?
Yes.
The 80-pound dog is a mix of two potentially aggressive types, the Mastiff and Presa Canario. We spoke to veterinarian Jeff Werber.
They are known to be aggressive dogs. They are very excellent watchdogs, guard dogs, and they were bred for that. And they're popular. People have them, but they can be aggressive.
No way. Is that it? That's it. Yet another one. Gone. No good deed goes unpunished. This person wanted this worthless mutt, adopted it, and didn't get too much details, but just another victim of being, I don't know if you can call them victims. But they're another stat of them being mauled by the dog that they adopted. Says a man came home from work to a horrifying discovery. The rescue dog he and his wife had just adopted days earlier from Las Vegas animal shelter had killed her. Man's best friend, everyone. Man's best friend. We're going to stay in Las Vegas and see what this story is all about.
Police arresting a woman they say killed her service dog last year. That's right. Metro Police say they found 51-year-old Catherine Blount living in a public restroom. Police tell us they responded to a home near Hacienda in Maryland for a report of a dead animal last February. Now, a witness told police that Blount had recently adopted the dog to be a service animal. Police said they found blood smears at the house. Now, Blount was taken to jail and held without bail. A judge ordered her to visit a mental health facility if she is released on bail.
And that's all the information we got. That's 30 seconds. She gets a service dog and ends up killing the worthless mutt. We can say it's pretty common. I just watched a recent video of I Hate Dogs, and he brought up the good points that it's really common for these dog owners, dog lovers, to either kill or abandon their dog. And it could be, this is my theory, for them to kill their own dog, it could be out of frustration. Could be out of frustration that the dog is not listening. The dog, tried to attack you. Dog is being annoying, problematic. You're trying your hardest to, give this dog a good life. You're trying your hardest to enslave the dog, to train the dog. And, whatever you're doing isn't working, so you get fed up. You see every other dog nut, have their dog and their dog is doing this, their dog is like well behaved. Then you ask yourself, why is it mine? Why is it mine? You get so upset at this worthless mutt because you realize it's brain damaged. And you take your frustration out on the dog because it's so worthless and stupid. Yeah, I'm not saying go out there and kill these worthless mutts, but hey, just like iDogs mentioned, like if these things help people relax and all that, why are dog lovers killing these dogs? And it's funny how it's dog lovers themselves, the dog lovers, are the ones really killing dogs and abandoning them. It's not me. I haven't killed one dog yet. I haven't even swung a bat at any dog yet. But dog lovers themselves are the ones who you never suspect would kill a dog, but they are killing dogs. Whether they have mental illness or not is it's irrelevant. It's irrelevant because they're still killing dogs. A lot of them that are that are doing all right, that are healthy, functioning, they are still killing dogs. They're still abandoning dogs. But they get caught up in this dog nut matrix that they think dogs are going to be, just like the cartoons and movies. They get it and they find out that these things are just brain damaged mutants. And they don't want to go back to the shelter and and return the thing. Because then, the shelter people might make them feel guilty. They might feel guilty. They might, feel some kind of shame returning a dog. And so what they do is, they abandon it. Because they don't want other people to know that, hey, they're abandoning these worthless mutts. You're going to abandon a dog? You heartless fiend. They're going to attack you for abandoning a dog. They're going to attack you for taking it to the shelter. So some of these dog nuts, rather you keep a dog, even if you're unhappy with the dog. They rather you fake your dog nuttery with this dog than to abandon it at a shelter. So I think some of these shelters make certain people feel really bad. Maybe the way they look at them, the energy that they give, the body language. Maybe you have friends and family that make them feel bad, and best thing for them to do is just abandon them in the woods or something. How do you adopt a dog living in a bathroom? She lived in a public restroom. It's dog culture. Dog culture. We are heading back to Florida. I think I already spoke about this one. I can't remember. Might have. Yeah, I did. I did really show you a video of this. Of the lady volunteered at the Florida Oakland animal shelter. She was attacked. Someone else tried to help, and they were also attacked, and one of the ladies had died. Apparently, she was a 71-year-old retired high school teacher. So, 71-year-old retired high school teacher. And you know, high school isn't easy. High school isn't easy, but a lot of people actually survive high school. There's a lot of problems. There's a lot of problems in high school. And a lot of people survive it. But not many people survive these dogs. And you're going to have people say dogs are better than people. But here's the person, knowing that dogs are worthless, putting out her time and energy to help these dogs. And in return, they attack and kill her. You ever see that in high school? Of course, there's some conflicts in high school, but are teachers being killed? Maybe. I haven't heard much about that. I think you're a lot safer in high school around these kids than around one pit bull. Isn't it? Isn't it? I would think so. I would know so. Yeah, but these people think that dogs love them. Dogs are going to love you. They're going to love you. But they find out the hard way that no, it's not like that. Dogs don't love. They don't know what the hell is going on. Said she truly had passion, walked on this earth with love for everybody and everything. But especially, she probably meant dogs. I don't know how I'm going to deal with this just yet. No good deed goes unpunished. She did her good deeds and she was punished for it. She has all this passion and love. And she used it for dogs. She used it for dogs. And the dogs end up killing her in the process. We're going to Illinois. Is it Illinois or Illinois? Illinois. But this time a woman was attacked and killed by her French Bulldog mix. This just happened a few years ago, 2020. They say the dogs that shared her home. The Urso owned 3 male dogs. A 2-year-old French Bulldog mix. A French Bulldog... Another French Bulldog. And a Collie mix. They were found in healthy condition. There was no indication to think that this home was anything other than a typical pet-friendly home. And they're saying that, I guess, the French Bulldog mix, only 55 pounds, killed this lady. And this is what a French Bulldog is. This is it. That's it. This is the thing that mauls her, only weighing 55 pounds. And she could not defuse the situation. Past incidents with this worthless mutt was known to local police department, animal care and control center after 2 recent incidents. The dog had bit her boyfriend in the home on April 13th, causing him to seek out medical attention. But then they still kept the dog, and the dog was put in at home quarantine to observe for rabies. Since the dog bit the boyfriend again on April the 21st, so oh my god, 3 times. At least 2 times before it happens. Yeah, April 13th, then the next week again it happens again. Isn't there one bite's free dog first bite is free. Isn't there something called first bite is free? Or one free bite? Currently, dogs are essentially allowed only one free bite. But here we have her so-called boyfriend, or ex-boyfriend now, was bitten April 13th, then April 21st, but they still kept the dog. Dog was put on quarantine. It was placed with animal care and control for 10 days. Look at this. The worthless mutt didn't show signs of aggression or behaviors that would cause for concern. It bit someone April 13th, April 21st, and they said the dog did not show any aggression or behaviors that would cause for concern. Because the 2 biting incidents happened in the home, there was no concern of the public. Yeah, so based on this, a dog can bite you inside the home. But even if it bites inside the home, there would be no concern for the public. So a dog can bite you, whatever, inside your home. But, the public, just forget about the public. Let's keep this dog in the home. Doesn't this dog have to go for walks? Doesn't this dog go outside? Don't they unleash the dog outside? And they took the dog back home April 30th. The thing only weighed 55 pounds. A lot of people are thinking that this was a very small dog, and people don't understand. This dog weighed 55 pounds. Is that really a lot? Dude, I can lift 55 pounds with my hand with ease. I don't know. Is that really a lot? But nevertheless, it's a small sized dog. It's a substantial sized dog. Initial news of the death caused by the worthless mutt surprised the staff at the animal control center. It surprised them. Are you really surprised? A bit twice. It's a dog. It's, part of the bully breeds. And they're surprised that a bully breed would attack someone. But look what they say. They say, there is no way a French bulldog killed its owner. She probably died of natural causes and tried to revive her, stimulate her to wake up. This thing had 2 bite incidents. It's a bully breed. And what do these dog nuts do? They use various excuses and lies to justify, to protect the dog. This is nothing new under the sun, but this is just another example. Whether this is in 2020 or whether this was in 2001, they've been using the same tactics to protect these dogs. So Nothing new. It's like it's a script. It's like they're reading out of a script. They have a book of excuses to use, and they decided to use. There's no way a French bulldog could kill its owner. They said she died. She probably died of natural causes. And the dog tried to revive her. The dog tried to revive her by biting her. Couldn't the dog lick her? Use its feet to like step on her? Like, don't service dogs do that? Like when service dogs have, their whatever they do, and their owner has like some kind of, they faint or pass out, don't the service dogs like step on the owner? They use their paws, they use, their mouth, as in they lick the owner maybe. They don't bite the owner, but somehow they say the dog tried to revive her. What, by biting her? Does that make sense? Is that something you'd want to try to revive you if it's going to bite you? Is that something you would want to revive you? But they act like this is okay. And they say breed is not a risk factor in dog bite incidents. It's a bully breed. This is still bully breed. It still has bully breed DNA in it. This happened over 4 years ago. 4 years ago. Had 2 bite incidents. She's a dog nutter. It's a bully breed. They kept the dog. They said there was no aggression. They said since the dog bit inside the home, it's no concern for the public. But yet, the same dog attacks and killed this owner. Why in these reports, when people say things like she died of natural causes, why don't they put the reason why she died at least? It's kind of like to debunk this claim. But they don't even say that. They just say these things just to give justification to protect these dogs. And they say the first bite is free. 1 free bite, whatever you want to call it. And this thing got 2. And then by the 3rd time, the owner was dead. What's that phrase called? Fool me once. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Isn't there a 3rd part of this? Fool me 3 times, shame on both of us. Just like in this situation. Got fooled once, got fooled twice, but didn't learn your lesson. Let's see what this is. We're in the UK. We're heading over the pond into the UK. Let's hear what they have to say.
So my mum went down to spend time with her grandson that used to live with her. And as far as we're aware, the puppies were fighting. The owner had left my mum with the dogs and my nephew and had gone off somewhere, even though my mum had raised concerns about them. His direction to my mum, as we understand it, was if the puppies were fighting, that she needed to put a broom in there and distract the puppies with the broom, like run it over the floor, like shake it, to get the puppies' attention so they stopped fighting with each other and they chased the broom. And from our understanding, it was at this point my mum was attacked. And from what we also understand, my nephew then went running out into the road, screaming for help, And we'd really like to thank all the neighbours in the road for coming and helping to try and save my mum's life. But unfortunately, she passed away from the injuries that she sustained from that attack. So.
So she tried to stop puppies from fighting. I'm not sure how big they were, but she tried. She was trying to bring peace to these fighting puppies, and she was killed. She was killed by the same worthless mutts that she was trying to take care of. They were ban SXL bully dogs. But they say the police said they were waiting for the breed to be confirmed. So there were bully breeds. She was only 47. Or no. Oh no, she was 47. There were adult XL bully dogs in the property, and my mom had raised concerns to the owners about them being dangerous and quite aggressive. There were also 6 puppies. Miss Martin said she believed that the puppies had been fighting and that her mother had been told by the dog's owners earlier to put a broom in among them to distract them. That's when she was attacked. What? Let's try and understand the whole situation a little bit. They were adult XL bully dogs in the property, and my mom had raised concerns to the owners about them being dangerous and quite aggressive. Miss Martin said she believed the puppies had been fighting and that her mother had been told by the dog's owner earlier to put a broom among them to distract them. That's when she was attacked. So how did she get the dogs? I'm so confused. Were these her dogs? Or like her neighbor's dogs? Like, okay. She describes how her nephew ran out of the house screaming for help, and said some neighbors grabbed spades to try to fight off the dog. Why would you do that? Why would you do that for something like a dog? Why would you do that to fight a dog off? Couldn't you just say stop and they would stop? No. You have to bring weapons to fight these dogs. Because we just had an incident where someone was attacked and killed by them. So they didn't take any chances, which is why they had to bring these shovels out to fight these dogs. And she was told to bring out a broom to distract them. Someone told her, bring out a broom to distract them, and that's what she did. And that pretty much, I won't say led her to her demise. Like I said, it was if my nephew hadn't run out of the house, that could have then happened to him. So what she's saying is the dogs could have attacked this child. So this child was alone in the house with these dogs. I won't say alone in the house, but he was in the house with 6 of these dogs. Again, I'm not sure how she got the dogs if it were her, because they're saying this was the neighbor's dogs. Or was the neighbor the one complaining about them? I'm still trying to understand this story. They were adult. Again, I'm not sure. Puppies. Puppies. They're only puppies. That's what they're calling them. They're calling them puppies. And this lady was attacked and killed by them. Last story in this installment. It's Calgary. Save for another video, but I'll do it now. In the Sekskaya, man opens dog sanctuary to get nation strays off the streets. So what this is this is like for the First Nations areas up in Canada, which I've touched base on, where there's like they have a stray dog problem, where these stray dogs are attacking children, they're attacking anyone, attacking various people left to right nonstop, and it's becoming a problem. And instead of eliminating them because they're worthless, they let these dogs remain in the communities where they terrorize people and attack people and kill people. And again, the solution is what they're saying is to build a dog sanctuary for these things, to get them off the streets. A dog sanctuary. So now, just like with shelters, where it's like a danger zone, we talked about in the last two parts, the last part and this part of these, volunteers or shelter workers putting themselves in danger in these shelters in the middle of dogs, bully breeds, all various dogs, where some of them have been attacked and or killed by them. And they want to do the same exact thing. But they're going to call it a dog sanctuary, where I'm guessing people could come and endanger themselves. So this is what they figure is a solution. Instead of just capping these worthless mutts, ending them, removing them, they're going to create a dog sanctuary. So what happens when this dog sanctuary gets overpopulated? What happens when the dogs end up escaping? What happens when the dogs end up killing someone? It's pretty much we're back where we started. This isn't a solution. These aren't birds. These aren't butterflies. These are worthless mutts that they want to protect, that they want to worship, as if their lives have any meaning, and they don't. They don't. Their lives have no meaning whatsoever. Their lives are pointless. That's why they're found out about in the communities terrorizing people, because their lives are pointless. Real natural animals are out in the wild doing stuff. They are not seeking to terrorize people that mean them well. But these dogs in communities whether they're stray or not, just end up terrorizing and killing people for no reason. No reason. You can't say they're terrorizing and kill people for food, because we've read stories of people feeding these dogs, taking care of them, and yet those people are still killed and attacked. So this isn't about food. It's not about food. It's not about being fed. The fact remains that these dogs are worthless and they're dangerous. If they're not eating food, then they're attacking someone. They're attacking their owners. They're attacking the people that are putting food in their bellies. That makes no sense. But yet they want to have these worthless dog sanctuaries. Dog sanctuaries. For what? These things are going to get overpopulated eventually. There's still going to be complaints. There's still going to be problems. But they rather keep these worthless mutts alive to waste money on them for basically nothing whatsoever. Because of this, many people are going to get killed for it. Innocent people, children are going to get killed for it. Look at this. At least 8 kennels heated for winter weather are available for stray dogs. Why? They have doggy daycares, they have dog sanctuaries, they have dog shelters, they have... How are these things not worthless? They have all these things for them. How are they not worthless? How are they not brain damaged mutants? We need all these types of resources for them. Even when they do get it, they end up attacking the people that mean well to them. But these dog nuts act as if dogs like them. They act as if dogs understand them. They act as if they understand dogs. But if that was the case, why are people like this getting attacked? Why is this lady getting attacked? If she understood dogs, why did this attack twice? Then the third time attack and kill her? They don't understand dogs. They're just pretending. They're pretending to understand these things. It's because they're dog nutters. It's that simple, because they're dog nutters. They're living in this delusion. They're sick, they're mentally ill. You think these choices that they make are conscious? You think these are legit choices that they're making? No. This isn't them. This is their mental illness making these choices for worthless mutts. Because then you gotta act a certain way towards them, which is completely false. You have to bring up various, worthless information, babble, to protect these dogs. Even after they've killed many, many people. These dogs have made people cry for victims. These dogs kill people, and people and their families and friends, they have cried in devastation. They have cried in trauma. But what do these people do? They just continue to own them, continue to support them, continue to push them and hype them and overrate them. All because they are dog nutters. This is part 2 of Dogs Owning Its Owners, where we discuss dogs attacking their owners, foster dogs attacking their owners, rescue dogs attacking their owners, dogs attacking, volunteer workers, dogs attacking shelter workers. They're attacking everyone. They're attacking those that mean well to them. And it makes no sense. A thought came to me a while ago. There's things called host animals. I can't remember the word for it. I forgot what it's called. Wait. Birds that eat off. Yeah. So this relationship with dogs, with these dog nutters, it's dysfunctional. It is highly dysfunctional. It makes no sense. And I was thinking of, this came to me like, I think when I was like going to bed or something or whatever. That we have I forgot what they're called exactly, but certain animals, like these birds, hope you can see it on the screen. Certain animals, like these birds, I forgot the exact name that they're called. I know the rhino is the host. But anyways, so this is like a partnership here, where the rhino will allow these birds to like sit on it, so these birds can like eat ticks and bugs off of it. So this is like a relationship. These things are not going to harm these birds. These birds aren't going to harm the rhino. This is like some kind of agreement, some kind of a relationship, a team. Hey, you take these things off my back, I let you sit on me, type of thing. So it works hand to hand, and I don't believe that this rhino is gonna like attack these birds. I don't think these birds are gonna attack the rhino. They just have some kind of agreement that, hey, you do this, we do this, and we fly away here, you do this, and that's it. No one's hurt. But with dogs and these dog nutters, it's a strange relationship. They keep attacking us, but they keep wanting to own them. Again, some of these birds will go into their ears and eat various ticks or bugs in them. Like these birds are rhinos' best friends. They actually do something for them. They'll go into their noses. See, they'll go into their noses and help clean or eat ticks or whatever's in there. That's a good relationship. These birds will do it for zebras. They do it for the deer. So it's like a good little partnership. Good little partnership. I've seen this is also a good little partnership. It's very good on the eyes. Cats with these little chicks, they just, hang out and there's no problem. Like this is therapeutic. Like just looking at this, you feel so warm inside. You feel so good looking at this. No one is harmed. No one is hurt. You go like, oh, it's so kitty, the little kitty with the chicks. Oh. But with dogs and these so-called humans, the relationship doesn't make any sense, because we're doing all this work for them. all this energy for them, for the dog, because we know they're worthless. We know they're incompetent, so we're doing these things for it. We're building dog sanctuaries. We're cleaning them, making them look good and all that. But in return, they attack. In return, they keep attacking and killing us. But we end up doing the same thing over and over by placing these things in our presence. And the same result happens over and over and over again. Hope you enjoyed this little two-part series of when dogs attack their owners, dogs owning its owners. I am Gord the Dog Butcher with another Worthless Mutts, and please remember that it is absolutely okay to hate dogs.